And oh my God, I'm like, I did the math with him the other day, and he's an ex-school teacher. He's a very analytical dude. And I'm like, man, do the math, but he's still doing, 50, 60 deals a year right now, and he's making X amount of dollars and he's happy with it. And I'm like, if you're happy and well adjusted, it's fine, but the gig is going to be up soon. This ain't over. And, you know, I've always kind of prided myself in being able to see 5 miles down the road. And the real estate industry is changing, and the consumer, once we take the blinders off of them and start being transparent and letting them know when they click that button it's costing them 40%, and letting them know they have a choice to get the same thing or better. I provide a better service than a 6% agent locally because we do a free virtual tour. I've got the moving truck if you're making a local move. We do a branded website that matches their address. And when people know that, they're going to switch. That's why Amazon's in business. The gig is
Yeah,
up.
it's there's a lot of people spending a lot of time appealing to the agent to recruit a bunch of agents, but I don't think that's the future, man. I don't think that's the way
No,
things
not at
need to
all.
go. I think from where the public's concerned is it needs to boil down to what's going to give me the best result. And I think brokerage. I mean, if you look at, I guess it just depends on how many layers you look at it. Okay, so if you look at the brokerage as the employer, and then the agent is the customer. So if the brokerage is the business and the agent is the customer, then yeah, you have to go chase all those agents. But if you look at it from the standpoint the brokerage is the business and the client is the customer, then you take on a completely different point of view. And I think that's what's important to understand. And when you start approaching it that way, then all that value that you're trying to pour into your agents, you wind up pouring into your customer, and that's the game changer.
Sure it is. Sure it is. And the big deal right now is the customer don't understand how this all works. And when you give NAR an opportunity to vote for transparency and they vote against it, it just tells you what the lever that's gonna the dam that's gonna break is information. And when people
Yes.
start to learn how it works and why it works the way it works and how you can save money and do better for yourself, I mean, that's what the deal is. That's why Walmart exists. That's why Amazon exists. It's just going to be the future of real estate is less money for the service. And I feel like being on the leading edge of that and establishing it and having a track record is the thing to do. Much less that it just makes me feel like a better human to do it.
Right. No, I totally agree. I totally agree. And I don't know. It's a better feeling for me doing business this way. And I don't hate anybody that does business the other way. It's
No,
just
not at
the way
all.
we choose to do business. But they also shouldn't hate us for doing business this way either. It should be, how do you want to run it? That's
That's right.
what
That's right.
what's the best and most efficient way. And I think, for us, the best, most efficient way to grow quickly would have just been to launch a brokerage that's, well, I'm only going to charge agents $100 closing. Just make something cheaper and cheaper and cheaper for the agent. And that's the best way to grow your brokerage. But it's not the best way to grow a long term business.